Hi, my name is Padma Viswanathan, and I will be reading the opening of my translation of a short story called The Actress Who Didn't Know How to Die by Adelice Souza, a contemporary prose writer and playwright from Bahia in northeastern Brazil. This translation was published a couple of years ago in the wonderful journal Asymptote. The Actress Who Didn't Know How to Die by Adelice Souza. There once was a lonely young actress who didn't know how to die. Or better perhaps to say that there once was a character who needed to die but didn't know how. Or better yet, there once was a young actress who died a little each day but didn't know how to die on stage. I was told this story by a very pretty young woman, one whose face made me think of a turn-of-the-century French cabaret dancer, one dawn in autumn at the Riverside Hotel of a city in the interior. On this occasion, she told me that she could never forget a particular play performed by two women. One played a dog, the other a lonely woman who lived with her dog. The two actresses toured, telling the story of these two women. When they woke in the morning, each in her own hotel room, the women, not the actresses, if we can make that distinction, they always rested their gazes on a blank wall, with nothing of the past imprinted on it, as with a play script seen for the first time in a dramatic reading, as yet uncolored by the characters' thoughts and fears. The blank wall only solidified their acceptance of nothingness, and waking in a hotel room was always a surprise, just as the walls were always blank. On restless nights, the kind that can turn blank walls into dragons with a mere candle flame, the actresses would get up in a desperate search for the light switch. Getting up always brought new adventures, too. They wouldn't know the furniture layout, and naturally accidents happen. But nothing serious, not like the seriousness of searching for the unknown. Everything was also exhausting. Long streets where the eyes could recognize only what was green, an exhaustion of green. Long conversations with municipal employees responsible for promoting the play, an exhaustion of the obvious. The exhaustion of committing each space and each image of every new place to memory, the room number, the location of the hotel's breakfast room. They tired of needing to learn and absorb things that would mean nothing once they left that place for another. Tired of eating even, of needing to eat in the presence of people they didn't know, tired of saying good morning to those strangers, tired of performing the piece for those strangers, tired of only ever meeting strangers, tired also of being strangers themselves. This exhaustion, which seeped into everything, had even taken over their ages. The ages they had yet to reach were tired of them both. The love they still lacked had tired of hoping in vain for them to find it, apart from which they sensed that, for single women, love was exhausting, and anyway would remain absent with age. The one who played the dog was prettier, and also had to be so. Her role required nudity, and vanity had not gotten tired of her yet. Because of this, between the two of them, the one who played the dog was the one who didn't always sleep alone. The poor men of the interior, they didn't know that they might be to blame, the ones who always dreamed of one day sleeping with an actress, any actress. But the actress who played the dog made demands. It took more than wilted flowers. It took, though this didn't need to be followed to the letter, the promise of someday coming to see her in the capital, to see her playing other roles where she was more than just a dog. Not that she didn't like playing a dog, she loved it, but people in these places wouldn't understand that. They didn't know how to judge a play, and this one was practically unclassifiable even for those who knew the classifications. The play wasn't a comedy, nor was it a tragedy. It was almost a drama. It was almost nothing. Almost nothing, because people neither laughed nor suffered, nor did it serve as a mirror. It didn't even reflect those poor people who had never properly looked in a mirror. It was a drama very specifically for those two women. It didn't draw laughter, and the suffering it contained was painless because those who attended had already made an unconscious pact among themselves that they would never let a play make them suffer. That could perhaps happen in the cinema, but not in the theater. Never in the theater. The people chatted during the saddest part of the play. They wanted to escape what they were seeing and hearing, to escape that calamity. They wanted to leave because the misery was something that belonged only to the two women. So this was more or less what always happened. The women performed the piece for themselves. They never lacked for spectators, however. In those cities of the interior, there was nothing better to do. To attend a play was still at least something different. Every day, in the hotel room, at the end of the show, the two actresses separately remembered that they had done the play for themselves, but though they knew this, it didn't make any difference. On one of those days, when desire was confused with need, the actress who played the lonely woman woke, no longer wanting to play the lonely woman who, in fact, she was. She had gotten it into her head to play the dog from then on. Thank you very much.